Okay, Facebooking for Realtors 2012 Trends and Predictions. I played this video in the last seminar, and it's pretty good. It talks about the new trends in 2012, what you can expect, what the stats are for Facebook. Some very interesting numbers, and this is more for the non-believers out there, but also for the people that are already doing it. Just some extra confidence in what you're doing, that it's going to pay off. Because I know a lot of us are doing Facebook or doing something, and we don't see the results right away, and we get discouraged. So this is just to reinforce what you should already know about Facebook. Okay. Topics. We're going to be doing the Facebook 2011 stats. We're going to jump into the 2012 patterns. Going mobile. Making the experience personal. Events and how they play a crucial role. So these are going to be the main 5 topics of the class. I'll show you each how to do your own Facebook event, start to finish. How I do it my way. I'll be exposing my secret. Okay, it's no secret. It's just you got to do it. And then at the very, very end, you'll get that bulleted checklist on what you need to do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to be able to get those 3 sales that I'm talking about by the end of summer. Sound good? All right. So first, we'll start off with this video. Hopefully, it loads. Uh-oh. Don't know what happened there. Hang on one second, guys. Let me let it load a second. It's still on the internet, so let me just give it some time to load. So, some good numbers. You guys like that? Sorry it was a little blocky because we're on the webinar and recording it. But there's over 500 million users on Facebook. The demographic that we're going after is just like they put on there, is between the ages of 18 and 35, and right when they wake up, they're checking their Facebook account. How crazy is that? But before email, before their phone, before anything else, that's the first thing they're going to look at. And I'm sure if I took a poll in the audience, most of us, when we get to work, that's the first thing we do is go on Facebook. We want to see who liked our photos, who commented on our stuff, send us a message. I know I do it. I do it every single day. I come in and that's the first thing I look at. Okay? So engaging with people, these are the things that I believe are going to be the make it or break it in 2012. Okay? People are going mobile. Check-ins are soaring. Pay-per-click advertising is dying, and I'll get to that because I know some of you like the pay-per-click advertising. You have to create amazing content, which has always been the basic foundation of anything you do with marketing, but it's going to be more of the core of what we do on Facebook from here on out, because things are constantly changing. Okay, the people that are out there right now on Facebook doing it the right way, they create great content. Okay, I think everyone in this room for the most part, thinks I create some pretty good content. That's why we're here. Okay, you have to control the content, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. Most of all, you must engage. That's the biggest problem everybody, 95% of the people have with Facebook, is we want to create good content. We want everyone to like our content, but we don't engage with anyone else. Okay, so if you're telling everyone, look at me, look at me, look at me, but you're not looking at them, why are they going to give you their attention? Okay, so we'll talk about that too. All right, so mobile Facebook is crucial. Everyone by now should have some type of smartphone device, not a dumb phone. So iPhone, Android, even the BlackBerry should have a Facebook application on there, okay? How many of you use Facebook right now on your iPhone or your mobile device? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm 9. So there's 10 people out of 13 people in the room that are already using it. Do any of you have notifications on your mobile phone? So 1, 2. Okay, so I would advise most of the people to receive notifications from Facebook. They're going to get annoying because they're going to happen quite frequently. But being able to engage with somebody instantly after they upload a photo or write some type of comment, and it pertains to who you are or what you do, some common interest, some parallel ground, you want to engage with that person, okay? And engaging with them instantly is going to give them satisfaction out of it. How many of you post up a new listing and get 5 comments, you feel really good about it, right? Everyone does, because it's our ego, and everyone has their own ego, so you have to feed it, okay? Feed your client, feed your customer, okay? They may not be ready to buy or sell right now, but they may be in the next 2 or 3 weeks, so they may know somebody right now that's ready to buy, and because you engage with them, now you have some familiar ground, okay? What we're trying to do on Facebook, what all of you are trying to do, is establish a connection, okay? When you meet with clients, do you talk about selling them a home, or do you try to find out what their needs and wants are and some common interest with them so you guys have similarities? I use my wife and kids all the time because that's the majority of the people that want to buy or sell a house. They're married and they have kids, so it's great to joke around about wives and kids and create that common ground, okay? That's what you have to do. It's building that relationship, okay? Selling is always done at the very end of every transaction, okay? And you're not selling a house like everyone thinks, or some people think you do. You're selling yourself, okay? The only reason they're buying or selling their house with you is because they like you, okay? It's not your company or anything else. It's because they like you, okay? So the more they get to know you, and Facebook's a great way, the more inclined you're going to be able to sell them a house or sell their property right now. Make sense? Okay? So if you don't have a Facebook mobile application, make sure to get one, okay? Turn on the notifications. It's going to get annoying, but you have to do it. If you want to make sales, you have to do it, okay? None of us like passing out flyers, but here I still do it and run an office. You have to do it. You have to keep it, okay? Good with this part? Yes? Come on, louder. Yes. All right. Got to keep you guys awake. Okay, checking in. This is part of the mobile application process, but how many of you check in right now? Okay, 1. Probably just the males. Okay, Anna does it too. All right. So 90% of the audience doesn't check in. Why don't we check in? Just say it real loud. Okay, Guillermo said he does not want to know people where he's at. So let me ask you, if you're doing an open house, would you have signs going back to the open house? Okay. That answers that one. So why else? What's another reason why we don't post where we're at? Is that the only one? Yeah. That's it? You have to tell people where you're at. And for the ladies especially, because I know the ladies have a little more worry than the guys, check in as soon as you leave. Instead of when you get there, check in when you're leaving. Nobody will know you're there because you're already gone, okay? People have a great, this is a great way for people to identify with you. Okay, I constantly check in at places to eat because we all love food. I don't care who you are. There's a food group that we all love because we have to love food. Otherwise, we'll die, right? So we all have that basic common ground, which is food. You know, BJ's, there's that new Lazy Dog at Cerritos Mall. Wherever you go, check into what you're doing because you're going to find people that go there, that like the food, and that's your foot in the door to start talking to these people. Okay? Remember, the goal of Facebook isn't to constantly shove down listings and home buyer programs down people's throat. It's to establish relationships. And this is where a lot of you are missing it, because you don't have those relationships. Yes?
Does this count as posting, or is it separate than posting?
This will count towards some of it. Yeah. So the question was asked is if check-ins will act as posting, and yes, it will count for some of that. Okay? And I'll get to all that stuff a little bit later on. But yes, this will count as part of it. Okay? Good with checking in? Everyone's going to do it now? All right, so everyone right now, since you're all right here right now, take out your phone and check in right now. Let them know. Well, what's the good thing about it right now? If you checked in right now, what would be the good thing about checking in to the seminar?
That they will know that you're getting training to help them out.
Don't clients respect the fact that we're out learning new ways to market ourselves and better educate ourselves? Clients love the fact that we know almost everything, or that we think we know almost everything. Okay? So check in, it's going to help benefit you. How many of you have mostly past clients or future clients or family and friends majority on your Facebook? Majority? Most of us probably do. I'm probably the only one that has a lot of agents and stuff. Know your market. So if you have 500 people on your Facebook that are friends, past clients, things like that, and they know, and just think, they might be ready to sell right now, but they want that cutting-edge agent. And you're posting, hey, freshening up my marketing skills at this Facebook seminar since it's the new 2012 way to sell real estate. Do you think that'd be a great way for them to give you a call because you're now a cutting-edge agent? Tony, didn't we we helped you get a listing up in Big Bear because you were a cutting-edge agent, right? You had technology. You weren't outdated, right? How much was that property for? $400,000. Was that a standard sale? And it'll sell. So you guys just got to do it. You may not like it, but you got to do it. Okay, pay-per-click advertising. I consider it dead. Okay, how many of you are using or have used Facebook pay-per-click advertising? No one? Okay, I'm the only one. Okay, I've spent probably $400 or $500 a month on Facebook pay-per-click advertising, and the only thing that it's really great at doing is creating brand awareness. Now, I could probably get something out of this if I would have done it for 12 months consistently, but spending $500 a month on brand awareness right now isn't the best use of my money. That's $6,000 a year just to create brand awareness. I can spend $6,000 on something much better that's going to generate me sales right now. Okay, it is great at it. It's just it's too highly competitive with Facebook, and the engagement is not there with ads. Okay, it's just not. And Facebook is trying to create new ways to do it, and I've tried it and tried it and tried it because I believe Facebook is it. The numbers are all there. It's perfect, makes perfect sense, but the engagement is not with the ads. Okay, so if you want to try it, let me know how it goes, but it's just not there. I mean, you are paying ridiculous prices. Just to give you an example, I was paying around 9 cents to have my ad shown 1,000 times. Where else can you get that, right? You can't get that anywhere else. So I was getting my ad shown 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 times a month, but still I wouldn't get any phone calls out of it. I really wasn't getting any likes on my fan page. It just didn't do it, okay? And we need results most of the time now. Maybe after you're more established and you can spend that kind of money on it, go ahead and do it, but it's just not working out that great. The results just aren't there, and I've done tons of A and B split testing. It's just not working that great. So if anyone on the webinar, put it in the chat box. We'll get back to that in a second. Let us know if you have any great experience with the Facebook pay-per-click. But as far as my testing has gone, it's not the greatest. Okay. So on to the next. Create amazing content. So most of us should not have a problem with this, but the amazing content isn't our overpriced listing in Yorba Linda or our great investment property deal coming up in South Central or Compton. That's not the amazing content. Okay, the amazing content is more stuff like this that people can automatically relate to. Because if you're posting content specifically about real estate, they have to be able to engage with that right now. So that means they're either ready to buy or sell right now. Right? Okay? using food, using family, using those other things I'm going to show you right now is how you're going to be able to create this amazing content that people can relate to, that's going to help you identify with those people on your Facebook. Make sense? Okay. This is from a while ago, from a seminar I did a few months back. My wife's family, Salvadorian. Usually every Friday night we go to her aunt's house. She makes pupusas from scratch. So I put that on my Facebook. You can already see there was at about 18 people with likes, okay? And then I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people comment on it. And that was all pretty much within probably about the first hour of me putting it up, okay? So I have 4 people that are engaging with me. I may not know them, but they know about this food. And they may like it, they may hate it, but they're engaging with my content. Now I can start talking to them, hey, you like pupusas? My favorite food. It's just talking like you're at a party. It's very, very simple, but we all miss it because we're all stuck on trying to sell when it's just trying to get to know the client, okay? So that's one of them. Can anyone think they can do this, post up a picture of a nice food and put it up? When it comes to food too, make it unique, go ahead. Yes, you can close the door, sorry. And Anna, if you can just make sure that the air conditioner is on because it might get a little warm. It is? Okay. Yeah, so all of us, we can always put up great pictures of food. Make sure to make the picture a little bit nicer. This one's probably not the best photo, but the food is probably a great food. That's why everyone commented on it. Who likes pupusas? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, all of us, right? So put up interesting stuff. Okay, and pupusas is probably an interesting food group. A lot of people like it. It's something that you can't find that's good anywhere, right? So that's an easy thing to be able to get a lot of people to engage with you. Okay. Next one, engage with your people. Frank had put up a comment, and one of our agents, Aaron Aldama, posted to it. I posted to it. Daria Zalata posted to it. Verona and Anna all posted to it. They're all engaging with us. Okay, after you post something to somebody else's comment, now all their friends are going to see the original post. Okay, so now instead of it being 5,000 people that can see it, maybe it goes to 10,000 now. And let's just say Frank had 5,000 people. That post went out to 5,000 people. Now Aaron, myself, Daria, Veronica, and Anna, we all have 5,000 people too. And since we all commented on it, now that's over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,000 people have the opportunity to see what Frank had originally posted. Do you think that's a pretty impressive number? Pretty good sphere of influence now? So you have to be able to comment on it. If you're not commenting on it, doing the like usually doesn't get the job done. You have to comment on it, okay? And just liking something, people aren't going to really comment back to you for liking their picture. You need to write on what they're talking about. That's how you get to know people. You know, if you're at a party and all you did was laugh at people's jokes and didn't talk to them, will they get to know you very well? You got to speak up, okay? Don't be afraid. I don't know why a lot of people are so afraid to write on somebody's wall that they don't even know. We do it every day. We talk to people at open houses that we don't know every day. We call people on cold calling lists every day that we don't know, trying to sell them the biggest investment of their life. But when it comes to Facebook, we're too scared to say, hey, that's a great picture of your kids. Love it. Or, you know, you love Disneyland. Oh, that's great. I love Disneyland too. I got my passes there just a few weeks back. It's very simple what we have to do, but we're all missing the boat. So I'm going to keep saying it, but it's to drill into you guys what you need to do. I'm sorry if it sounds repetitive, but it's that important that you do all this. Okay, going mobile. Checking into places is vastly becoming popular. We already kind of covered that, but we'll talk about it some more. The Facebook app for mobile, you have to use it. I don't like the Facebook app for iPhone. I think it's the worst app there is on the market. Word of advice, just use Facebook mobile on your iPhone. It works 100 times better. It doesn't crash. It doesn't take 10 times to load. I don't know why, but Facebook, if you're listening to this, you need to get your act together. All that money and you can't create a good app. How to engage with people nearby. That's a really great one. Okay, really, really great. And leave breadcrumbs behind and use photos. Okay, this is all with the mobile application, and we've already kind of hinted on it, but we're going to go into more detail with it. Okay, so check-ins. A lot of us, well, we can all put our own business on Facebook, and we all can create our own Facebook deal. Okay, so if people check into our business or check in nearby, they will be able to see these Facebook deals. So you can create your own deal on Facebook. Check into our office and receive a free credit report. Check into our office and get a free list of bank loan properties. Check into our office and get a free home inspection on your next purchase. You can create these small little deals, and all these items I just offered for the real estate professional, we can all give away as a free gift. You know, whether it's a $20 credit report up front, or when somebody's buying a home, we fork out $200 out of our commission for a home inspection. You know, how many of you right now would give up $250 for a home inspection to get a $5,000 commission? All of us, right? No brainer. But yet we're not putting this out there. Okay, so these are small things that you can do to generate that little extra sale. So if nobody else is doing it, and this is going to work really great with the younger generation, nobody else is offering a deal, but you're going to offer them that $250 off on the home inspection, or gift certificate for the home inspection, or home warranty, or whatever, they're going to be that much more inclined to work with you. Okay? It's just like when you signed up with the real estate office. The office that offered you more is the office you signed with. Am I right? Nobody went to the best office and said, no, I'm just going to go to the office that offered me 50% because they're my family. I don't think any of us do that. We're going to go to where we can get the best deal. Okay? Good with check-ins? Yes.
I tried to make a check-in deal once, and it had to be approved by Facebook. Is that still the case?
It still is the case. What Facebook wants you to do is mail in a business mailing address. So what you do is, how many of you mail your cell phone bill to the office? No one mails any bills to the office? Okay, I mail all my bills to the office because I'm always here. Just change one of your mailing addresses to the office, because that's what they want. They want to see a business address with your business name on it. Or your business name is your name. How easy is that? So the bill comes in your name, it has your office address, that's your business location. Okay, so that's all you have to do is just change that address. Brisa, you had a question? No? Anyone else? Okay. Facebook app. I hate the Facebook app for the iPhone. Who here has an Android? How does it work for Android? Perfect. So maybe Facebook just doesn't like iPhone, or maybe I'm just having an issue because they don't like me. I don't like the Facebook app for iPhone. The Android sounds like it's working great for you guys. That's awesome, but you still don't have an iPhone. Make sure to download it. Like the tip I just gave earlier, you can use the mobile Facebook application. The only downside of using the mobile application on the internet is you can't upload photos. So that's the only crummy part about it. But I found another way to go around it. There's another app that's out there. It's called iLoader for Facebook. I think it's $1.99, and it lets you upload. Actually, it's a little bit better. You can upload 5, 10, 15, 20 photos all at once. You don't have to do one at a time. And I'm sure with even your Android device, you have to do one at a time, correct? Yeah. So this one will allow you to upload an entire album. So what's the nice thing about that? Well, I've done it before. I go to carnivals. I take pictures of my daughter on the rides. 10, 15 photos. We're there for an hour, eating the funnel cake and this and that. And I'll just upload all 10 of those at once. And instantly I can get people to engage with me right on the spot. It's called iLoader for Facebook, I believe. I'll take out my phone right now and tell you guys that. So there's probably the same version of this for the Android device. Actually, it's called Photo Loader. There's no I. It's just called Photo Loader. It's the actual name of the application, and it looks like a little blue icon with a PL on top for Photo Loader, a picture of a camera, and there's an arrow going up for the photos. So, and what actually I'll do is I'll email everyone a link to this for the iTunes store. Now you guys, I'll look for something for you guys on the Android device as well.
Instagram is also another one that I use.
Does it allow you to do multiple or just one at a time?
I think and I'm not sure. I haven't tried to do more than one.
Because I think it's only one at a time, but Instagram is another social network, completely something different. So,
I'll allow you to post those.
Twitter. Well, the nice thing about that is, yeah, it does both. It'll allow you to upload to Facebook and to Twitter simultaneously. But there's a way to link your Facebook account with Twitter as well if you're on Twitter. So, a little bit trickier. Good with this part? Okay. So this is the more exciting part. I didn't know if you guys knew about this, but you can engage with friends nearby. How many of you have seen this on your phone? You've done it? You spied on people? What is that? Isn't that called something? Oh, can you guys see that still okay? Even though it popped up like that? Okay. Yeah, you can see people nearby on your iPhone, on your Android device, on any of your tablets. It probably works better on a tablet. This is actually a picture from an iPad, sorry. And it allows you to see people nearby. So you check in, and maybe your best friend Steve is at the Starbucks right across the street, and then you just go bump into him and say hi. Or somebody you haven't seen in a while, just go and stop by. I don't think it's stalking. I think it's just more of, hey, I've seen you nearby. Or maybe if you feel too scared to go and introduce yourself, you can instantly comment on where they're at because they're so close to you. But I've actually, I've checked in to actually Seta in Uptown Whittier, and other agents nearby have come in to say hi to me because they saw my check-in. So I don't think it's creepy or anything. I think it boosts up my ego. I'm sure it'll do the same for you and likewise to somebody else. So, I mean, maybe you don't want to do it with a complete stranger, but somebody you know, it's probably a nice little gesture to stop by and just say hi. How many of you like it when people just randomly bump into you at some spot that you didn't expect them to be there, right? So, just gives you another little foot in the door, and it creates that a personal experience because you have to take all of this experience offline, and eventually you have to meet them in person, which we're all scared to do, right? All right, so leaving breadcrumbs. This is very important. Making the experience personal. As always, wish everyone a happy birthday. I've kind of stopped doing it for some odd reason. But what I used to do is every morning when I came in the office is I'd see everyone that had their birthdays, and it's really easy to do. Write a simple happy birthday wish on their wall, and that was it. And they would comment, they wouldn't, they would like it, they wouldn't, but either way you're getting your name out there more and more and more. And that's what you have to do is constantly shove your name out there. Okay, and wishing somebody happy birthday, who's going to not like that? Even if you don't know the person, you're going to like it. Okay? Don't just like, comment, and post personal information about yourself, not just business. So wishing somebody happy birthday, another great way to be able to do this is put a photo of a happy birthday wish on their wall. So you could do something very simple just like this. All you have to do is go to Google Images, download that picture on your computer, okay, then just upload that photo right to their wall, and you're done wishing them happy birthday. Very, very easy to do. And if you guys even want to get more personal and a little bit more elaborate with it, you can go on YouTube and find happy birthday wish songs. You can post that whole YouTube video on there. They may think you actually made the video because it's all computer animation. Sings them happy birthday, and you can do it like that as well. So whatever your flavor is, do it. Be consistent with it. But this is a great way to get to know people because this is the most personal thing you can do to somebody online is wish them a happy birthday. Yes.
The thing that I've seen, because I do it all the time, is the agents that always give say happy birthday. But I saw an agent actually, he made a personalized happy birthday card, or like a picture with his picture on it, and like it would say, Aretha wishes you a happy birthday, and his picture was on it. And I thought that was pretty cool because it shows that you took a little bit more time to
personalize it. Yeah, that was a great thing. For you guys that didn't hear on the webinar, Brisa just said to make personalized cards, probably at ecards.com, I'm going to assume, is probably one of them. But just making a quick personalized card for free and then posting that link onto their wall so they could see that personalized card with their name, their photo, just taking a little bit more time letting them know that, hey, I'm kind of here and I'm interested in what you have to say and I want to engage with you. That's the basic principle. That's another good one. Yeah, Animoto.com. It's a Flash-based software company. You can create, I think it's 30-second short clip videos, Very easy to do. Gives you music and everything, and it can make it really nice and pretty. And you can probably do it all in less than 5 minutes. Really easy to do. Yeah, and if you even want to get more personal, I had one person do this to me. Is they just used the webcam on their laptop, and they actually sung "Happy Birthday" themselves to me. That was probably the most personalized you could probably get. I know some of us might be scared to do that, but that was pretty good. I know I've done it one time for my dad, and I got a lot of views on that when I did it for him. So just the more personal, it's always a good rule of thumb. The more personalized you can make it, the better response you're going to get out of it. Okay, so just always keep that in mind. Now the need to comment. Very important, and this is a great way to get your name out there, is always with the community, okay? I believe some of you know Briselia Rios. A lot of you probably know her. She's at TC, I think. They were having a blood drive over there at Prudential in Southgate. I commented on it and made something very simple, but showing people that you're active with your community, trying to do something. This was for their baby. I forget the story now, but I believe she was born premature and they needed blood to keep her alive. So I actually didn't, I missed the cutoff time. They were actually too busy to take my blood, but I still went down there to try to donate, and they actually were packed. They had a great turnout for that blood drive. And this is something that's great to go back and give to your community. This is a great way for people to engage with you, because you don't want to make it just all about business and all about yourself, but you have to actually go out there and do it too. You know, we just did a Relay for Life for the American Cancer Society about a month ago. Another great event that we did to give back to your community. People really respect it. It's probably the most respected thing you can do, and letting people know you do it is going to take you over the top. Okay? So make sure to get out there and push your name with these special events. Have any of you done anything like this? Given blood, done a Relay for Life, charity walk, anything like that? 1, 2. Get out there and do it. It's a lot of fun. The Relay for Life, we're actually going to be doing it next year. It's a camp out. It's a 24-hour event. It's a lot of fun. You can bring your kids and family, camp out. It's one of the most fun events, and it's for a charity. It's for a great cause that you can probably do. So I would recommend going out there and getting involved. And on a side note from that, I actually picked up a buyer out of that too for $350,000. So going back to give back to your community, you can still, you know, sorry to say that, but you can still make a profit even out of that. Okay, but you shouldn't do it for that reason. Do it for yourself. Keeping on with making your Facebook personal. I wish my wife happy Valentine's Day. Blah blah blah. I shouldn't say that either, but making it personal like that. I know a lot of us don't like putting these sobby things up there, especially the men. But that's what women are going to relate to the most, is that the men are actually putting it out there like that, I think. What about women? Let's take a poll. Women, if your husband posted this, happy Valentine's Day, everyone, and most importantly, my wonderful wife, Letty, happy Valentine's Day, honey, and yes, I have some surprises for you. Would you like that? If your husband put that up, or boyfriend, or significant other? You guys like that? That wouldn't be too corny? You got to show your love, right? So all the guys out there, make sure to say I love you. I mean, no, we never say it, right? Isn't that how they say it on the phone? I love you too. Bye. So it's okay to express it, and the women are really going to relate to it. And just a quick tip with buying. Women control 85% of the buying. So who's really the one buying the home? Who's the one that you really need to win over? It's not the husband, it's the woman, it's the wife. Okay? So know your market. My mom, Diana Bridges, she has a wonderful stock Facebook photo on there. But even she wished me happy Valentine's Day, and I wish the same back to her. So still engaging. You have to put it out there. The more people see you are a human with all this stuff, the more they're going to relate. Okay, and that's the importance. A lot of us don't put this small information out there because we think it's too personal, but that's what people engage with. It's not the homes you have for sale and all of this real estate. That's a tenth of what you actually are. Okay. When you go home, is all you talk about is real estate, or do you guys go to soccer games, baseball, school, PTA meetings, family events, parties? Is that your life or is work your life? You know, everything, the personal experience is your life. You know, maybe work is your life for the first couple of years because you're getting started, but really you're going to spend the majority of your life with your kids, with your family. That's what people relate to, okay? Making your Facebook personal, still moving on forward with that. My wife, and actually I've trained her in the art of Facebooking. She hated Facebook, and now she's the one actually putting photos and stuff up. She's more addicted, I think, than I am with this now. But I don't even know where we went to eat on this. This might have been, looks like a BJ's. But we went out for date night, and that's what she put up, and you know, people respect that. Married couples especially know you don't get date night too often, so being able to get that one night out of the whole month is like heaven, right? So just something else somebody else can relate to. Okay, very simple. Can any of you do that? Is that simple enough? Okay. Something else. I love spicy food, so we went out to Buffalo Wild Wings. This is before I became a little bit of a vegetarian, but I love really, really hot food. That's my favorite thing, is give it to me the hottest you can get it. And put a picture of that up. Arlene DeHarcy, she's an agent out of Prudential, I believe, in Brea or somewhere in North Orange County. Maybe it's La Habra. But that's just another way to relate. Okay, real simple. A lot of us miss it, but real simple to do. This is another one. This is probably one of the greatest ones, was using my daughter. Lakers, number one, are going to get me a lot of comments. And then, you know, who's not going to comment on my beautiful young daughter, right? So on that, there was, I don't know how many comments and how many likes, but great way to get it out there. And, you know, not that I'm using her, but it's just showing to other people that, hey, I have a daughter too. We support the Lakers, and that's what people engage with. Very simple, okay? Very, very simple, and we're all missing it. So just keep the personalized stuff up, and you'll benefit more out of it. This is my wife and I. We were at our grand opening red carpet event. This was, I believe, last October. I don't know if any of you were there for that. A lot of fun. I believe, Sandra, you were there too. Was it a lot of fun? Yes. Got out there, we danced and everything. Well, we're going to be doing another one very soon with the new office coming up. But this is, huh? Yeah. You were there too. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. This wasn't really a personal thing. It was more business, but it was still a lot of fun. Had a great time with my wife, and she didn't actually know she was pregnant at that time, so I should probably update that photo. But great time with that. And then picture of when my wife and I got married. Put that on Facebook. A lot of us maybe don't have that. That's another great thing to put up there. I mean, celebrating that you have 35 years married or 10 years married, that's a milestone. You know, marriage is the toughest business you'll ever get in. So putting that up, you can relate to a lot of people that are married that, you know, that you can have that common ground with. So putting little things like this up that you may not think are important to you, but they will be to somebody else to get that foot in the door. All right, events, the meet and greet. Okay, Facebook events are extremely powerful. 90% of the people on this webinar or at the live event are here as a direct result of Facebook events. Okay, how many of you all got my Facebook invitation for my event? Everyone, right? I know. I bug all you guys. But it's a great way to be able to go out there and meet people. And I'll show you exactly what you guys need to do to be able to make these events. This gives you the opportunity to meet in person and close, okay? So how many of you can close a transaction online? Probably not, right? How many of you shop online and go to the store to buy it? That's almost all of us, right? I mean, I buy a few things off eBay, but if I can go to the store and buy it, I'm going to go to the store and buy it. We all want that personal experience, and even though it's nothing, we're just giving them our money. We all want to be kind of not handled, but serviced, I guess is a better word, okay? And this will be demonstrated live. So before we get into the event, I want to answer any questions that you guys may have right now. And I'm also, let's go. Okay, so everyone on the webinar, if you guys have any questions, let's ask them right now. Everything that we've just discussed, I don't want to leave anyone behind. through the webinar. Hopefully everything that you've heard right now has been great, but just don't want to leave anyone behind. So see, look at it. If this was on Facebook, look at she is gorgeous. Let's go Lakers. She is so cute. You know, love them. Love pupusas. So you can see all these little things people are engaging with. And this is stuff I posted a year ago. And people are still being able to engage with it. So these little things that you guys are missing, you have to put it up there. Okay? So any questions in here? No questions. I'm nailing it. Okay, Brisa.
How do you create the special when you check in? Does it give it, like, give you the option to do it?
You have to create a Facebook fan page.
Okay.
Yeah. The question was, how do you create a check-in deal special? Is you have to create a fan page to be able to do it, and then once you're in that, it'll ask you, create a deal. Yeah, you'll be fine. Very simple, easy to walk through. Any other questions? Yes. Honestly, the fan page is so difficult to use. And I shouldn't say it's difficult to use. It's difficult to get a lot of likes. And the way to do it is easy. It's just grueling in the beginning. So you're going to, the way to do it is you have to make your only voice that fan page. You cannot speak from your personal page. You have to force people to go to your fan page. Okay? Even if you share content from your fan page to your personal page, it doesn't work out that well because I've done it. People just go to your personal page for all that information. I've created a fan page for our business and for myself, and the only reason I do it is for these special little things I cannot do. And actually events work a lot better with your personal page because you can invite everyone, you can message everyone. It works out a lot better. Okay?
Well, this is going to let you create an event. Like you can create the event on the fan page, but if you want to invite people, it automatically takes you to your profile, and it grabs everybody from there. So it's just...
Yeah, with Facebook, I just don't know where some of the reasoning kind of comes from, but the personal page is the best way to do your event. And I've been doing Facebook events, I got to say now, for like 4, maybe 5 years. And I've always, right now there's probably about 10 or 15 people on the webinar. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people here on the webinar and another 10 or 15 in here. So, you know, it's great. You have to use the webinar. So, or sorry, not the webinar. You have to use Facebook events. Sorry. All right. So on to Facebook events. Now, just one quick tip because I just had my Facebook account hacked not too long ago. Do not put fb.com. There's some weird security thing that happens with it. Make sure to type out facebook.com, the whole thing. And if your computer asks you, do you still want to open this page for security reasons, push no and retype it in. I've found that there's some type of loophole with that shorter version of Facebook, the fb.com, and that's how I got hacked because I'm lazy and I put fb.com, but just type it out now and do it the right way. So, first thing you're going to do, make sure you log into your account. On your home page, this is going to be your home page. You're going to click on Events. And I'll go slow. So everyone at the top, right, you'll see a little plus sign with Create Event button. That's how you're going to get to your Create Event, basically, dashboard to do it. And it's very simple. So the name of your event, whatever your name of your event is going to be, I can't tell you what that's going to be, but just as an example, if I were you, and I'm not doing it because I'm going after more of the agency than I am trying to get buyers and sellers. But number one, your quickest transaction is always going to be a buyer. But with Facebook, a great way to get sellers is marketing for sale by owners. Sell your home without an agent and save $15,000 on commission. That's what they all want to hear, right? Okay. Now, would you all do a seminar right now and bring in 15 people that are potential for sale by owners and teach them how to sell their house? Would all of you do that? I would do it. Because I know they're not going to be able to sell their house. I already know that. We already know all the statistics from CAR and all that. We already know. They're going to get frustrated. whatever happens, they're not going to be able to sell. So if you can pick them up in the beginning, guide them for a month or two, whatever it takes, and pick up that listing in a month or two, would you be willing to do that? Especially on a standard sale, because there's a lot of them out there. That's what you got to do. So, and with home buyers are going to be are always going to probably be your bread and butter, as it's so to say, because buyers, what do? They buy now, right? Listings are paydays in the future. Buyers are your money right now. So depending on your market or what you feel comfortable with, is what you're going to do. And this is actually one of the items that we're going to be talking about to be able to generate those 3 sales by the end of summer. So, for an example, we're just going to say first-time home buyer seminar. Buy with $1,000 down. Now, I know none of you like to use down payment assistance, but that's what gets the phone to ring. Am I right? Now, if you're like me, you automatically switch everyone to standard FHA anyways, right? Right. So, advertising for the $1,000 down, great way to get people interested in what you have to say with buyers, okay? And buyers are always going to be the first thing it'll be a little bit easier to bring in the office, okay? So first-time home buyer seminar, buy with $1,000 down. Now your details is everything that you want to cover in your class. So how to buy a home with as low as a 500 FICO score. How to buy a home with a foreclosure and a bankruptcy on your credit report. How to buy a home with just $1,000 down. If this sounds like you, if you answered yes to any one of these questions, come to this seminar. It's going to be free of charge. We're going to have lunch provided with free with water and whatever, and get people in your classroom. Okay, teach them, because there is programs where you can buy with 500 FICO score. Okay, the requirement is you have to have 10% down, but it can be done. Most people don't know that they can buy with a bankruptcy on their credit because they think it takes 15 years for it to fall off, when in fact it only takes 2 for FHA. Okay, on a 7-year, on a Chapter 7. At the Chapter 13, they're stuck for 5, but at least you're getting your foot in the door. A lot of people think that they have to have $20,000 or $30,000 down to buy a home. No, they do not. They only need 0.5% down to be able to get their foot in the door. And also advertise bad credit. People do not know that they can, well, 500 FICO kind of explains it, but make sure you advertise bad credit. Because I advertise bad credit, and I get people that call me, I run their credit, and they have 650 and up. And they think that's bad credit. And we got a credit repair guy. Is that bad credit? Is 650 FICO score a bad credit score? That's fair, right? Is there a lender in the house? No lenders in the house? What's the minimum FICO requirement for FHA? We all know it's 620, right, for standard FHA. So you have to advertise it because just people, the general public just doesn't know. They hear what Fox 11 News tells them and NBC and all these news channels, and they hear all the bad. That's always what's in the news. It's always the bad. It's always the bad. It's never the good. Okay, so we have to be the people that enlighten everyone and educate them that it's possible. You can buy a home. There's special programs built for you. You know, first-time home buyers, standard FHA, you're 95% of America. You know, you are the driving force of our economy. So you just have to explain those programs to them. That's a great way to do it. Now for sellers, if you wanted to try and go after sellers, 2 ways you can do it. For sale by owners, or would be save your home from foreclosure, right? Now, save your home from foreclosure might be a little bit tougher, or it could be very great, depending on your market. Now, with that, you might want to take a little bit of that experience offline and make a little flyer, a little postcard, and go out to those properties that have that and say, hey, you know what, I'm doing a seminar in a few weeks. Come to my office. It's on Facebook if you want to check it out. And I'm going to be talking about how you can save your home from foreclosure. You know, there's a lot of great programs out there. Just explain it to them, because they may not be able, you might not have them, all those people that are in foreclosure on your Facebook account, but being able to go out there and invite them to a seminar like that and giving them the opportunity to do a little bit of a background check on you on Facebook is going to help them get their foot in the door and come to your classroom. Okay? That sound reasonable? Okay. And same thing with the for sale by owners. If any of you know about for sale by owners, go ahead.
I just got one of my friends asked me to call him up about buying a house.
And why was that? See that? He already got a new buyer just because he checked in about that. How great is that? Now the rest of the class is going to check in. They all acted like they were. Now they are. Yes? How do you invite all these friends? I'm going to get to that right now. And I'll actually give you all that code. Okay? I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas because I know that's the biggest roadblock is we don't have the ideas. For sale by owners. What do for sale by owners? Why are they doing it? They want to save money. That's what you have to talk about. Listen, just make a title. Learn with me how to sell your house for 10% more and save $30,000. Save the commission. Put it in your pocket. Train them. This is how you hold an open house. You need to put a for sale sign on the front of your property. You need to do open houses every weekend from 9 to 5. You need to put your phone number out there in general public. You need to know all these different loan programs. You need to bombard them with all this stuff so they get frustrated selling that house because that's what's going to happen anyways. So the more you incline that from the beginning, the more likely that they're going to sign. You know, you need to door knock your area and let everyone know you're selling a house with flyers. Here, I'll help you print the flyers. I'll get that going for you. I'll do that for you no cost. I'll give you 500 flyers. You have to go door knock the area. Are they going to do it? No. And they're going to see how hard our job really is when it comes to selling real estate. Okay? That's what you have to do. It's just simple education is what's going to get your foot in the door and be able to close. May not be up front, and maybe you have to a little bit be back end, but you will be able to close. Okay? So once you're all done, you're just going to put a date on your event whenever it is, and always make sure to select on your privacy settings that most of the time you're going to want to do a public event. Now, if you're doing a lingerie party at your house or something like that, you might want to check the box invite only. But for the majority of us, I'm sure it's all going to be mostly business related. We're going to do a public event. So just make sure your event is always public. Okay? So after you're done, just go ahead and click on create. And voila, there's your event. So you can, I didn't add the place or anything like that, so you guys can do that. But very simple. If you want to add an event photo, click on the generic photo. Very simple. Choose file, upload. You're all done. Seems simple uploading a photo, just like your photo on your profile. Now the tricky part is how you invite people to your Facebook event, right? So, top right, invite friends. Click on the box. Now, this code I'm going to give you, this is very, very important. It's the most important part of it. Only works, only works in Safari or Firefox 5.0. Only. If you have a later version, Firefox 6.0, 7.0, 8.0, 9.0, 5.0 has to be 5.0.
Or Safari.
Or Safari. So if you're on a Mac, you're great. You can actually download Safari on your PC as well. So just make sure, because it's only going to work on those two browsers. It will not work on any later version of Firefox. It will not work on any version of Internet Explorer. It will not work on Opera. It will not work on Google Chrome. It will only work on these two browsers. Only. Okay? Heard me say only enough times? Well, you'd be surprised. Only, you're right. You're right. Not anything else. Okay, after you are all good, you select that. You're going to see all your friends' names pop up. Now you have to do the tedious task of scrolling through all your friends. So I have 5,000 on this account. It's going to take me about 15 seconds for it to go through that whole list. Okay? So, working. Do. Okay, so now you got to get all the way down to the Z's and wait for all the faces to populate. Okay, because this is going to take a few seconds depending on your computer and depending on your internet connection on how long it's going to take for them to check all those boxes off. Okay? So we'll give it a second, and then I'll switch over to the code and show you how that works. Okay, so all the faces are now there. That's what we need to see. Now, I'll email everyone this code, but I right now currently have it in my email right now. I don't know it off the top of my head. Okay, so this is the code I will email to everyone, and everyone that's here, I'm going to need your cards. That way I can directly send it to you guys. One whole entire script. So you have to copy it, put it in a safe place where you can always have it. Your email's safe, but make sure you might want to have a saved version of it on your computer as well. Now up on top, where it says facebook.com, blah, 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 you're going to paste that code in there. So you're not going to know what this code says or means, but it works. That's all you need to know. After you're done putting it in there, click enter, and depending on your internet connection, your computer and all that, is how long it's going to take. So on my computer, usually, and the internet connection here usually takes about a minute. Some computers, it may take you 5 minutes, just because of your internet connection and the speed of the computer. Because it is checking one by one all those names, okay? One by one by one. So after it's all done, it should take any second now. Yes, sir. Public. Yeah, I mean, if you want to invite everyone to your lingerie party, that's cool. I'll go. But, yeah, I mean, it's just for selecting everyone to invite, because for me especially, 5,000 people to invite is a very tedious task, one by one, to click those names. So if you have 100, it'll probably take you 10 seconds. But with this, it'll do it in a second. So this is just to save you time, because this is a huge time saver. Yes? Great question. Okay, adding friends is completely something different. There's an algorithm within Facebook that counts how many pending friend requests you have versus the denies and how many are approved. And they take all that into consideration, just like debt to income on a loan. They take everything you do into consideration. So if you have more pending requests and more denies than you do approved, they're going to block you. So my advice is add people that you only know, and add people that have a lot of people. I'll talk about that a little bit later. I usually do, but anyway, I'll talk about it now. Friends in common, and if you add me as your friend, you're going to get a lot of people adding you, and it's because of this, what I call a popular kid concept. If you're in high school and you were unpopular, you weren't a football player, or you weren't a cheerleader, you didn't have everyone, no one in the school really knew you. Not everyone knew you, right? But everyone knew the football players, everyone knew the cheerleaders. So you're not that person just yet, okay? So if you become friends, if you start hanging out with the football players and the cheerleaders, everyone wants to get to know you, right? Because you're now that popular group. So the same thing with Facebook, anything online. You become friends with the popular people, people automatically want to become friends with you. It's just the way we work. I can't explain why, it's just the way it is. You're on top, everyone wants to be you. It's a snowball effect. It starts off small, and once you get going, you add more and more to it. So, answer your question? Yeah. Okay. With Facebook events, if you've never done one previously and you have a lot of friends, Facebook may deny your request to send out 5,000 requests at once. It may do that, okay, because it knows that you've never done an event before. So my advice, if that's the case and you have a ton of friends, just invite small numbers at a time, okay, until you can get to that level. Unfortunately, it may be a little more work, but that's what you're going to have to do until you get there. Now, you may get lucky. It may just let you do it right off the bat. Okay, so you're not going to know unless you try it, but you have to do it, and it might take you those baby steps, but you're going to have to do them if that's the case. Yes?
If you do get blocked and you have to do a little by at a time, I found an app if you use Google that it's a toggle app, and what it does, it's pretty much the same thing, but this one does it all at once, and that one, when you click on toggle, it adds another button on that screen, and it selects 50 people at a time.
Does that work again?
Huh?
Because I was using that one for Google Chrome, and it stopped working. So if you do have it, then that's great.
That's what I use, but it only does 50 at a time. I like this where it just do all of them at once.
Another way you guys can easily do this and still use the code if you have to use small groups. I don't know if you've done lists, but if you make lists where it says search by name, I've made lists. So I have all these different lists, and there's about 500 on each of my lists, because Facebook at one time blocked it to only 500 at once. So I'd have to do it 10 or 15 times or whatever, but if that's the case, you might want to just go through your list and do it like that. Okay, so either way will still work. Now, I'm not going to invite anyone to this bogus event, so I'm going to cancel, but you would push send. And with this account, for some reason, it always asks me for a security code. I always put it in, and it always sends out all my requests because you guys are all still here. Don't worry about it. If you guys do get blocked, let me know. I'll try and help you guys through it, but it might just be because you've never done it before. Okay? Good with that part? All right, so let me check back on the webinar side of this and see if anyone else has any questions. No? Okay, great. So we're going to get to the rest of the seminar. Has it been good? It's not BS? Okay, call me out on my BS if it's BS. Any questions before we move on? We're good with the Facebook event? Okay.
Oh, I have one. How often do you recommend to do, like, let's say, those seminars for the first-time buyers?
Gonna get to that.
Okay.
Gonna get to that. You're trying to take me home. You don't even take me out to dinner yet. Okay, the 3 sales checklist. This is something that you all need to do to be able to generate it. Okay. Can you guys all see that? It's not blurry or anything? Okay. So post a minimum of 3 times per day. So I'll break it down for you. Morning, lunch, and dinner. Minimum. That's not the maximum. That's just the minimum. Now, out of those 3, only 1 can be business. Okay? And even that's probably too much. Okay? My rule of thumb is 1 out of 10 is business. That's 3 out of 10. Okay? Or almost. 30% basically. So what that means to you is you have to post more. So morning is easy. Check in right when you get to work. Why do you want to do that? Exactly. People see stability. People like stability. Creditors like stability when you go to buy a car. They want to see that you lived at the same address for the past 10 years, that you've been at the same job for the past 10 years, that you have the same bank account for the past 10 years. Stability is key. Okay? It shows strength. Lunch, another easy one. Where are you going to eat? Where did you go to eat at? Post a picture of the food. Where you checked in at? I guarantee if you checked in at Geezer's as soon as you left here, a lot of people are going to comment on it. And if you go to Geezer's, there's always a great deal there. Right now, or last time I was there, it's a free beer, I think, or a free glass of wine if you go and you buy any entree. So now we all know where we're going, right? There you go. See? See? And do you go there more often because of the check-in? So more people will go to you if you have a check-in deal too. And then at night, who here likes the Lakers or the Clippers? Everyone likes the Lakers, right? Who's the Clippers? No, I'm a Laker fan. If you're a Clipper fan, you're a Clipper fan. But that's another great thing to post at night, especially now in the playoffs. And it might create a little controversy, but controversy is good because you can start going back and forth with people. Your friends can start going back and forth with these people. It creates a little bit of a viral effect is what you want, okay? You can also post dinner at night as well, or dinner with the wife, with the husband, soccer practice with the kids, soccer game at night with the kids, or basketball, whatever. Just make sure you're putting up personal stuff, okay? It's key. You have to do it. Add everyone as a friend. You have to increase your sphere of influence. Okay? Have you heard of that term before, sphere of influence? Okay? If you only have 300 people on your friends list right now, it might be a little hard to fill up a classroom. So add everyone. Don't be afraid. Okay? Would you deny anyone from walking in your open house? No, you would not. So add everyone. Even they may look like a creep, you got to do it. I know she's like, no! You got to do it. Okay? You got to do it. This is something that we're going to start doing, and I'll give you a quick example with it, is run a monthly raffle. You have to create a buzz, and a great way to create a buzz is giving something people up front. Okay? We all want people, right? We all want to get something for free, and I'll do that. I'll go to the same restaurant just because I know I can get 10% off or a free appetizer or whatever, because I'm getting something for free. I'm getting taken care of. That's what we all want. Okay? So, quick example, an agent I know, he used to work with myself and my dad back in the day at KW. He did a monthly raffle on his fan page for $5 Starbucks gift card every month. Can all of us afford a $5 gift card at Starbucks? I hope we can. Every month he would do the drawing. Now the drawing, to me, in my mind, is pick your most influential person on your page, right? The person that comments the most. That's the way I would do it. I want to reward them. Okay? So he did. He rewarded this lady. He mailed her. I would invite them to my office, take a picture of them, do all that, make it look more real. But he actually just mailed her the Starbucks gift card. About a week later, she calls. Hey, my dad wants to sell his house. Great. He gets a standard sale listing at it's like the end of 2009. Double ends it at $340 cash. He also sells him another property for like $450,000. So at $5, he made about what is that? $35,000 in commissions, maybe. Not bad for $5. So I'm not saying that's going to happen every time, but it's going to create that buzz. And what's that a year? That's 5 times 12. That's 60? No. $60 a year? 70? 60? So $60 a year can make you $40,000. Sound doable? Very doable. Yes.
So on the promotion, do you ask them to comment more, or just run a promotion period?
Just run the promotion period. You just say, hey, you know what? That's how you can word it. To the fan that promotes me the most or comments on my picture the most, you're going to win the Starbucks gift card. Or you can start doing it, because if you do it like that, it'll work great in the beginning, but the people that keep doing it are going to keep winning, and you want to spread it. So you can run a different contest every month. Person that shares my listings the most to their page will win a Starbucks gift card. Person that invites the most friends to my fan page or my page that I become friends with gets it. Or person that comments the most. Or you can create these fun little games to get people. So I don't know them all. Be creative. Let me know how they work. Yes?
But how would you keep track of that?
Manually. There's no way. I mean, there is a program out there if you want to do it. Probably the best way to do it. It's called Rafflecopter. Rafflecopter.com. You have to have a fan page to use it, but it keeps track of all that. And the way it works is it counts shares. So Facebook and Twitter shares. Okay, so it'll count all that into accumulation. It actually works even better. It'll create like a referral system. So the more people they refer to you that like, share, tweet your content, they get an extra point. And the person with the most points at the end of the month wins. So they like your and share, they get 5 points. If they send 10 people to you, they make it 100 points. So now they have 150 points. And the person with the most points gets the most chances to win. And it does it all by itself. You don't have to track it. Okay? Myself, it's real easy to track. I log in. I'm on Facebook every day. We're all on Facebook every day. We all know what people are posting. I'm sure you guys see me all the time. And are probably annoyed by it. But I'm one of those people that's probably always up there because I'm constantly putting stuff up on my Facebook. Good with that? Okay. Let me get back into the play.
Oh, another thing that I just thought about, like if you want to keep track of what everybody else is posting and stuff, but sometimes on Facebook they changed it now where you do like most updates or all updates.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing too, like the people that you sure that you put like all their updates. That way you can see what's going on with them. Sometimes, like I don't see other people's comments, and then I realize, oh, it's because I only have it for most updates, not all of their updates.
Yeah. Another great thing for people on the webinar is make sure that when you're doing this, that you make sure to select the box of most recent versus most. What's the term they use? Most. Top stories. There you go. Yeah, because there's two different filters on that. Okay, so that was a good one. Number one, another great. This is the big one. This is the one that's really going to push your sales. As run a minimum of one monthly event, one event every month. That's my challenge to you, to be able to get these sales. Now, I can guarantee, and I think you would agree, if you could get 10 people in every single month into your office, for whether it's buying or for selling, you're going to get one deal out of those 10. Am I right or am I wrong? So if you do it for 3 months, that's 3 sales. And if you're a good closer, you can probably get 6. Okay? And if you're that good, you'll probably get 9 because they'll give you their referrals. Sound good? Does that sound right? Am I full of it? And the list goes on. Make sure to post 7 days a week, so you can't take weekends off. Sorry. But weekends are the most crucial because that's when everyone's sitting around at home because everyone else works Monday through Friday. Okay? So make sure you are still posting even on the weekend. Okay? Engage with your audience and let them know who you are. Do not just like, and I always will say it, do not always just like. If you like it, comment on it. If you don't comment on it, it's like being at a party and not saying anything. You're just laughing at people's jokes. Be a part of the conversation, if not be the center of the attention. That's what you need. You want to stand out. You have to be different. Okay? So that's pretty much it. Put these, all these, you guys going to see them again? You guys got them all written down? Put them to the test. Prove me wrong, because I guarantee you'll prove yourself wrong if you do it. You'll get those 3 sales. All right, so any questions?
What do you think about multiple Facebooks? I know some people have
I have 2.
like one else. Some people have like 3 or 4 or 5.
If you, okay, okay, the question was asked, what about multiple Facebooks? Well, if you have multiple Facebooks, the only reason I would say to have multiple Facebooks is because you have over your 5,000 friend limit. Why would you need multiple accounts? Okay, I think what you're trying to get at is because they want to keep the information personal. Well, I hate to tell you this, but if you put anything online, you've given up your privacy. Okay, so make sure you put everything public on Facebook. Otherwise, there's no reason to be there. Okay, there's no reason. Okay. And also for the ladies, and I hate to say this, you have to put your phone number and email address and your office location on your Facebook account. Would you pass out flyers with no email or no phone number? Would you do an open house with no email or no phone number? Would you buy for sale signs with no email or no phone number? Getting creepy people is just part of the business. I'm sorry. And ladies, I'm sorry. That's just the way men work. I can't explain it. Maybe you guys just are too seductive on us on your nice profile business card or something. If you are a lady, maybe on the pictures don't put any risque Hard Rock Cafe photos of you at the beach, poolside. Might want to keep those out of the picture. I don't know. But that may be... Huh?
You can filter it. Like if you have pictures that you just want your...
Rule of thumb. If it's on the internet, it's public information. They may not be friends with you in that respect, but their friends may know you. And if they like the content, ipso facto, they can see that picture. It's all creating that sphere of influence. So if Facebook recognizes if I know Brisa, but I don't know Monica, and I put a picture of me in a Speedo, and you like it, she can now have the opportunity to see it because you guys are friends. Okay? That's just... I'm sorry?
Like if somebody likes a picture,
you can see it. Yes, because you're friends. There's a common interest. So Facebook automatically assumes that we should be friends now because we're friends. So we should be friends. That's what Facebook wants. Or assumes, I should say. And it's true, most of us all know each other, or if not, we will know each other at one point. But, you know, just be careful with what you're posting. I put pictures of alcohol on my Facebook. I do that in the beginning, not at the end. So don't put pictures of you, you know, leaning over into a bush or anything like that. You know, make sure people want to know that you're still a professional, and having drinks is fine as long as it's in a respectable manner. Okay.
You do something that I read in it's 80-20 rule. You don't know that, right? And I read a magazine on how to use Facebook. It's the 80-20 rule. 80% is more personal, 20% business. And you switch those numbers around, it's 80% selling and 20% business. People don't like it. So you have to keep it 80-20. I read on it.
I go even further. Make it 90-10. Because people, let's be honest, do people really relate with real estate on a daily basis? Not your average. I mean, unless your career is real estate, buying or selling is once every few years. So, I mean, posting a still minimum of once a day out of 5 or 10 things that you do, or maybe every other day real estate. You have to know that people are automatically going to know you still sell real estate, or you do credit repair, or you do loans. As soon as they see your content, they go to your page to read or like it. It says it right on top, real estate professional. It's not hard to miss, especially with the new Facebook timeline. I'll just go to mine real quick so you guys can see it. Let's see here. How do you not know I sell real estate? Do I need to present myself that I sell real estate every single day? Very easy. Okay, very, very easy to do. And I recommend doing this. This is like a personal advertisement for me every single time people go to my webpage, or my Facebook page, sorry. Okay?
Do you think that Realtors should all have a business page? Or
This is actually my personal page.
Yeah. Okay.
But I recommend putting it just like that. Now, it's just branding. I don't need, most of the stuff I put up is real estate because I'm trying to market for real estate agents to better yourself. But it's still content drilled. It's not, hey, come join my office, hey, this, that. It's come and learn and help better yourself. So that's the amazing content, I think, for me. I mean, do you guys think that's great content, helping you better yourselves? That's what you have to do. As a buyer or seller, doing an event once a month on how to buy a home or how to sell your home or this and that. It's great content for them because they don't know anything about it. Okay, but you don't need to shove real estate down their throat. They don't need to hear it all the time. Okay, it's just establishing those relationships.